right, the scepter. Now we on the scepter. The scepter shall never depart from Judah. Let's go to Genesis 49, chapter 10. As I told you, Judah is, they call Christ the Lion of Judah. Judah is an Ethiopian, an Ethiopian origin, origin slash culture, Judah. Genesis 49, 10, verse 10. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh comes, and to him shall be the obedience of the people. The scepter shall not depart from Judah. Judah is a lion's whelp. You can go to the top, right above that. Judah is a lion's whelp. Yeah. Let's start at verse 10 right quick. Let's start at verse 9. I know we said verse 10, but let's start at verse 9. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, you have gone up, and bows down. He lies down as a lion. As a lion, who shall rouse him? The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver between his feet, until Shiloh comes home, and to him shall be the obedience of the people. Now, in these redemption notes, another awesome thing about these redemption notes. Amen. Ashe. Another thing, awesome thing about these redemption notes is, you will continually see the scepter, the lion, all of these symbols to wake you up to who we truly are, because the lion is an animal that's only indigenous to Africa. The lion is indigenous to Africa. The lion people are the Africans. You understand? Back in Asia, there are lion statues. There are lion statues for the black teachers that came among them. The first Japanese shogun was a black man. Whether you know that or not, these are Chinese people. Chinese people will tell you this. True Chinese people know that. The first Japanese shogun, or Japanese, where we but understanding that the first Japanese shogun was a black man. So when you have all these symbols of lions and the scepter and all that, just pay attention. Just as you had right there. Just as you had right here. Verse 9. Genesis 49, verse 9 and 10. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, you have gone up. He bows down, and he lies down as a lion. And as a lion, who shall rouse him? The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver between his feet, until Shiloh comes, and him shall be the obedience of the people. Amen. The lion. Numbers. We're still on the scepter. Numbers. Let's go to Numbers. Showing you the relationship between the ruling scepter of the universe, the ruling Excalibur of the universe. Showing you the relationship between the scepter, the ruling scepter, this ancient Israeli, Ethiopian, African people with this mighty spirit, with this mighty beautiful spirit, and just connecting it, just connecting the dots, just connecting the dots on the scepter and its true, its true power, the scepter and its true power. Number 24. Number 24, verse 17. I apologize. Okay. Numbers 24, verse 17. I see him, but now I behold him, but not near. A star shall come out of Jacob, a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and batter the brow of Moab, and destroy all the sons of Tumult. Okay, see that? The scepter shall rise out of Israel. Okay, and I showed you. I believe that's Amos. That's Amos. Amos chapter 9, verse 6 and 7 to show you who were. That's what I believe that is. When you connect, once again, when you see Israel, you think of Ethiopia. That's what you do. When you see Israel, you think of Ethiopia. That's Amos. I believe that's Amos. Let me see. Y'all hold on for me right quick. Let me make sure for you. You connect that numbers. Yeah, that's Amos 9. If I'm not mistaken. Amos 9 verses 6 and 7. Are you not like the people of Ethiopia and the old children of Israel? Yes, so whenever you see Israel in the Bible, think of black people. Bottom line, it says Ethiopia in Amos 9 verse 6 and 7. So when you see Israel, just say black people, or just say Africans, just say Africans, the Africans in America, whatever, a scepter shall rise out of Israel, Psalm 45 verse 6, Psalm 45 verse 6. Psalm 45 verse 6 says the scepter of the kingdom is the right scepter. The scepter of the kingdom is the right scepter. Isaiah 14 verse 5. Isaiah chapter 14 verse 5. The Lord hath broke the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. You understand? The Lord hath broke the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. Ezekiel 19. Ezekiel 19. Ezekiel 19. Yes. Ezekiel 19. We must read together. Ezekiel 19. This is one of my favorite, because the symbolism, as I told you, of the lions in Mother Africa, Mother Isis, genes of Isis, Genesis, Ezekiel chapter 19. Ezekiel chapter 19. Let's read the whole chapter. Moreover, take up a lamentation for the princes of Israel and say, what is your mother? A lioness? She lay down among the lions. Among the young lions she nourished her cubs. She brought up one of her cubs, and he became a young lion. He learned to catch prey, and he devoured men. The nations also heard of him. He was trapped in their pit, and they brought him with chains to the land of Egypt. When he saw that, when she saw that, she waited, that her hope was lost. She took another one of her cubs and made him a young lion. He rode among the lions and became a young lion. He learned to catch prey. He devoured men. He knew of their desolate places and laid waste to their cities. The land with its fullness was desolated by the noise of his roaring. Then the nations set against him from the provinces of every side and spread their net over him. He was trapped in their pit. They put him in a cage with chains and brought him to the king of Babylon. They brought him in nets that his voice should no longer be heard on the mountains of Israel. The mother was like a vine in your bloodline. The mother was like a vine in your bloodline, planted by the waters, fruitful and full of branches because of many waters. She had strong branches for scepters of rulers. She towered in stature above the thick branches and was seen in her height amid the dense foliage. She was picked up in the flurry. She was plucked up in the furry. She was cast down to the ground, and the east wind dried her fruit. Her strong branches were broken and withered. The fire consumed them, and now she is planted in the wilderness, in a dry and thirsty land. Fire has come out from a rod on her branches. Fire has come out from a rod of her branches and devoured her fruit. So she has no strong branch, a scepter for ruling. Wow. Totally the desolation, of Mother Africa. totally the desolation of Mother Africa. And it says this is lamentation. This is a lamentation and it has become a lamentation. Do you know what a lamentation is? This is a grieving state. This is a state of grief. You know what I'm saying? Basically, this is a lamentation and has become a lamentation. Basically, a state of grief. A total state of sorrow, grief, and terror. And hurt and pain. That's what lamentation is. And this totally describes the history of African people. So hurt, so hurt, and now we're just numb to the pain. And we use the white Jesus as an overcame. We use the white Jesus in modern Christianity, should I say? Modern Christianity as an overcame. You did. Crazy, man. Yeah. The scepter, but into the Son he set thy throne. God is forever and ever. A scepter of righteousness is the scepter of thy kingdom. Amen. Amen, amen, amen. Yes. Just as I was saying earlier, just as I said when this Bible study first started, in the first video, that all of the characters in the Bible are a spiritual metaphor, and also they are, carbon copies and updated versions, new versions of, reformed versions of ancient Kemetic figures. Moses, was Imhotep. Imhotep became Moses, however you want to say it. Osiris, God. Mary, Isis, Jesus, Heru. You understand? All these same parallels. El Lazarus, there's a tomb of it. El Lazarus, for Lazarus, the first one that was risen from the dead by Heru. I say Isis, genes of Isis are broke down, Adam and Eve and Enki and Ninti, and another great way to know of that these are nothing but spiritual metaphors of our trial coming into America and American slavery is Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. The story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego is truly one of the greatest, one of the most obvious metaphors that these are black people in America. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego having to go through the name change, and all these things, and these were, these and what really made, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego great and awesome, because they were really some of the greatest showers of faith, in the power, like in the face of power and corruption, in the face of power and corruption, money type, or whatever you want to call it, they still, showed their faith in God and their faith in themselves. You know what I'm saying? So the magic that they work, is, beyond comprehension. But that name change that our ancestors went through, and that's in Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, in Daniel's chapter 1, verse 7. That's where we're going to start off on the next video.